Welcome, Samba, to our program. We are glad that you have found time to talk to us for a while. My first question, if you don't mind, would be about the recent elections in Senegal. I mean the presidential elections. What is your opinion and estimation about the result of the elections?
Thank you very much, and thank you for everybody. And you know, the people of Senegal spoke on 24th March, on March 24th, and what the people say, they say they want to change because they want to change the system, and they want also to change the people who was running the system since since Senegal take his independence in 1960.
Mm-hmm.
Because since 1960, you are ruling in a system, and people say enough now because this system doesn't work, and this system is not good for the development of the country. That's why when the administrative executive, young administrative executive, show to the people their project, their program, and in their program, people see that in the program they have national sovereignty, they have justice in this program, and finally the national prosperity. People choose this program and elect Bassirou Diomaye Faye as the president of Senegal now.
I think it's the youngest president of Senegal in the history of Senegal.
Yes, he has 24. He's 24. He's 44.
Mm-hmm.
He's 44, and he's the youngest president of Senegal. He belongs to the political party named PASTEF,
mm-hmm.
created 2014.
Mm-hmm.
2014. It is a young political party, but because of the proposal, people accept the program and want to change. Because in Senegal, like in the other country in Africa, people want to change. They want to change because they know we are in multipolarity now, and people want to have a cooperation with Russia, with Iran, with Brazil, with the other country, India, and because people of Africa, especially in the Francophone country, they used to cooperate only with friends and or the Western country, and this kind of cooperation is not good.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a cooperation; it is a domination. Because when you say cooperation, you have to say you have to work together to attempt an objective together in the respect. But the colonialist doesn't know nothing about cooperation. They think that people who is colonized is belong to them, and all the materials, all the production belong to them. That's why people say enough is enough. Now we have to change and to open our minds and open our eyes to other areas to know exactly what is cooperation and partnership. That's why Senegal, Malia, and Burkina Faso, and Niger, Central Africa, people want to see another cooperation. That's why you see French country, French is going down, and Russia is coming, India is coming, Turkey, many countries, because they propose to the people another cooperation, and the real one, and the real partnership. In Senegal, we hope to have by the new leaders, we hope to see the Senegal in another level.
And what are the first steps of President Diomaye Faye? I know that he has announced that he wants to create a national sovereign currency and to replace the franc, the CFA franc, by national Senegalese currency. Is it realistic? Do you think that it will be done?
Yeah, it will be done, but not. But Senegal are suffering. You know, people are suffering because of the galloping inflation. People are suffering because the high cost of living, the high cost of the rent. People are suffering very well. And the first step, people are waiting to see the situation being better. Because we cannot, the rent is very cost, very expensive because of many things, and they have to regulate that. And fortunately, he said that his first step is to start by helping people to live in the best situation by reducing the rent, reducing the inflation, and reducing the high cost of life. Now, after changing the money is another level, because on my hope, I think that we have to have a money, not a national money, but a money for 10, 11, and 15 countries. And this country embodied in the mineral resources will be in power, very powerful. That's why I'm not agree to change the national money on national money, but on money in the area like see the ECOWAS, on country of ECOWAS, maybe 15 countries or 20 countries. Why not? To have to build a powerful money based on our resource, mineral resource like gold, silver, uranium, because these countries are very rich. They are very rich. They are only dominated by a system. That's why we say Africa is poor or not. Africa is not poor, but some countries make it poor. Make it poor. That's we try to change the situation, and people say enough is enough. We cannot continue to live in this kind of situation, making people in domination, making people in poverty, without benefiting in our resources, natural resources, and mineral resources. That's why we hope these young leaders have open mind. They know how these things is ruling now in the world, and people think that things will change in a good way.
And who is controlling the resources, the natural resources in Senegal now? Are those only French companies or also other Western companies from other countries?
At first, we have French companies only. At first, so when we start at the first 1960, because we get our independence in 1960. Until that day, we have the French company in all the sector of the economy, you know. But in 2000, when the President Wad arrived, he tried to make a kind of co-development, with some company. The port of Dakar was for French. We take the port of Dakar to give it to Dubai Port. Many infrastructures like some roads, some stadiums, you know, is built by Turkish and the Chinese. It means that we start to have this kind of cooperation with the other country by the president one on 2000. Things is going crescendo when Macky Sall arrived. Now we have Iran, we have the country is open, but we have we have still French in the neuralgic sector, like communication. Communication is for French. You know, many enterprises French, and people doesn't want that now because they see they are only here or their only pocket without thinking about the good living of the population.
Mm-hmm. And
they see that another cooperation. They see that another cooperation is better because when we start with Chinese, when we start with Turkish, when we start with the other countries and Russia, they see that it's better. Things is going better. Mm-hmm. That's why when we take that in the balance, French is losing every day.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that it is possible to nationalize, to take back some of the companies, some of the resources from the French? Yes. I mean, from the legal point of view.
We are going for that because the terms of this project, the project of the PASTEF, is to nationalize many companies. I hear for them they will do that. Maybe in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, but I know the mineral, the gold Tambacounda, because we have gold, many golds. I see that some companies are there, but I know they will naturalize that. Mm-hmm. I know our energy, like the gas and oil, the gas and the petrol. I know one day we will have a national company. Mm-hmm. Because we have Petrosen, and Petrosen worked for that. And maybe when we get some resources, financial resources, we will have our own company. Mm-hmm. That's what I see.
I see. And when it comes to other players? Are the United States also interested in influencing the situation in Senegal, or only the French were trying to control Senegal?
No. The Western is global. You know,
Mhm.
they have their own way to dominate. You know, because it is the the the, the way of life. French, France, America are the same because they are Western.
Mhm.
They 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 want to see Africa in poverty to develop.
Mhm.
They never want Africa to grow up. But it's a time for us to understand that things is changing and we change. The United States want to control Senegal because of the position of Senegal. It's like Djibouti. When you have Senegal, you have military camp there. You can control North America, Latin America, and Africa. It is a good position. That's why they try to negotiate to have a military camp and to control. France have a military camp here, but the program of PASTEF, in the program of these new leaders, they cannot have a military camp of another country in Senegal.
Mhm. Mhm. That's very important. That's very
Yes.
important. But the question is also about geopolitics. If you look at the map, you have mentioned some African countries which are trying to get rid of the French domination. I mean, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, but they are all landlocked countries. And maybe Senegal could be the gate for all those countries to the ocean, to the sea. Is it true that Senegal is geopolitically a kind of a gate for independent African nations to the ocean, to the seas?
Yes, it is the position of Senegal. The position in Senegal, we are in the ocean.
Mhm.
And the difference with Mali and Burkina Faso and Niger, they are in the continent. They don't have water. They are not at the Atlantic. They don't have border for the ocean. The principal port of Mali is Senegal. The first, every goods coming from Mali comes from Senegal, and this new authority have the same vision with the Assimi Goïta, with Ibrahim Keita, and with President Chan. They have the same vision for this developing Africa, and they have the same vision to the sovereignty, and for the nationalism. They have the same problem. And these countries are they are brothers. We have many parents. Except me, I have many parents in Mali. In Mali, only the border is a different, but people are the same.
Mhm. Mhm.
People are
So,
the
do
same.
you think that it would be possible to replace ECOWAS with another organization, with an organization of independent African countries in Western Africa?
Well, that what I see is we have IS, Alliance des États du Sahel,
Mhm.
Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. They will never return to ECOWAS, to CDAO, ECOWAS. They will never return because they think that ECOWAS belongs to France. ECOWAS doesn't work for the African interests. ECOWAS is only because France want something, want to dominate Africa, some countries of Africa. That's why they will never return. In Senegal, I hear the president said that ECOWAS must be, make some correction. ECOWAS to make the countries, because they will never accept ECOWAS by this objective right now continue to be like that.
Mhm.
And I know Senegal, we will push our continent, we will push our country to join IS. We will push our country because we are one of the people who speak with people, and I know these new leaders will never accept to see ECOWAS working like that.
Mhm.
If they cannot change ECOWAS, like what they say, if they cannot change ECOWAS, they will leave ECOWAS to another organization for more sovereignty, for more prosperity, and for more development.
Do you think that in the future this new organization could create something like more integrated area, like I don't know, maybe a kind of confederation between those countries you have mentioned? Because you tell that the countries have very much in common. Yes, the borders are sometimes artificial, we might say. Yes, so is it possible, in your opinion, to create something more integrated, something like an European Union, but in the western part of Africa, a kind of integration project?
Yes, the objectives, the aims of ECOWAS is to integrate this region of West Africa. They are working for a long time, but in this last time, people don't understand why they are trying to ban one of their members, ban them in this bad situation, make them in the bad situation. It is different of the objective of the ECOWAS. That's why many people think that this kind of organization has losing his objective, and it is not an organization who can reach the integration of the West African country.
Mhm.
That's why many observers think that we have to see another organization. That's why people think about IS, Alliance des États du Sahel. They think that it is a good organization to integrate people of the Sahelian people.
Mhm.
Because Senegal is Sahel, and Sahel is more a good more area than ECOWAS. Because with all the people of the Sahel, we have many countries, and they live in the same situation. That's why people try to say that we have to destroy ECOWAS and to build another organization who take this organization which work for the African interests and for the integration of Africa.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, and my last question, but very important. Do you think that Senegal, after these elections, could apply for a membership in the BRICS group? Because we know that a lot of countries, also African countries, are now trying and willing to join this group of multipolar, new multipolar world. Do you think that Senegal and PASTEF, the new authorities of Senegal, could also apply for membership in BRICS?
I hope one day to see my country integrate the BRICS. Because I know that a country want to develop must have a, a strategic partnership. A strategic partnership. The BRICS is give to our country a new markets, new opportunities. But it's very important because it's very important to see our countries showing looking in another area and leaving the West Africa, the Western countries. We take long time to make them in a bad situation, because the Western country put Africa in slavery, put Africa in colonialism, now in neo-colonialism. They never want us to develop.
Mm-hmm.
And when we have opportunity by seeing another markets, it helps us to make our resources on value, and to see another kind of partnership is more important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hope one day, because my country have gas and petrol. We have gas, we have petrol. Our country is very rich. I hope in 5 or 6 years coming, when we'll build a solid country, we can join this. We can join BRICS, because BRICS give to us a very good opportunity. That's what I think, and I hope to see that very soon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope that because we are talking a lot about the West, about the Western dominance, and I hope that my country, Poland, is not treated and has a little bit different image in Senegal than the West, because, as you know, we have never participated in the colonization process and so on. We are Slavic people, so I think that we have common point of view with African people, because we are also somehow dominated, as you know, by this West. Yes.
Yes, I understand. I know something about the history of Poland, and they never want to be dominated too. And I am happy to know that I speak with people from Poland, because Poland is some of the reference for a country who is fighting against domination, fighting against everything bad for us. They try to live for their own self, and not to dominate people, but to live in equality.
Thank you, Samba. It's very important for us, and well, I hope that we will have more opportunities to talk about Africa, because you have very deep knowledge, not only about Senegal, but also about all other Sahel and African countries. So if you agree, we will invite you for other discussions and other debates in the coming future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All the best.